Switch off instinct, niggas don't think shit, stink pink gators. My Detroit players, Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Dead right, if they head right, Biggie there, air night. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk, go through us. Girls want to us, wanna do us, screw us. Who us? Yeah, Papa and Pop. Close like Starsky and Hutch, stick and clutch. Yeah, I squeeze three at your cherry M3. Bang every MC easily. Recently, niggas frontin' ain't saying nothing, so I just speak my peace, keep my peace. Cubans with the Jesus peace, with my peace. Packing, asking who want it, get on it, nigga flaunt it. That Brooklyn bullshit, we on it.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess it's why they're broke in your soul. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess it's why they're broke in your soul.
I put O's in NY onto DKNY. Miami, DC, prefer Versace. All Philly hoes know it's Moschino. Every cutie with the booty, boy, the coochie. Now who's the real dude? Meaning who's really the shit? Them niggas ride dicks. Frank White push 6 on the Lexus LX. 4.5. Bulletproof glass tips if I want some ass. Gon' blast squeeze first. Ask questions last. That's how most of these so-called gangsters pass. A nigga rapping about blunts and broads, tits and bras, menage a trois, sex and expensive cars, and still leave you on the pavement. Condo paid for, no car payment. At my arraignment, no for the plaintiff. Your daughter's tied up in the Brooklyn basement. Face it, not guilty. That's how I stay filthy. Richer than richer, so you niggas come and get me.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess it's why they're broke in your soul. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. I guess it's why they're broke in your soul.
I can fill you with real millionaire shit. That's cargo, my cargo, 160, swiftly. Record by your new one. Your crew run, your crew run. I know you sick of this name brand nigga with flows, girls say he's.
Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. Hope everyone's doing okay. I'm broadcasting on a live stream instead of recording this. Usually I record these on Friday afternoon, just because it's usually easier. And I don't know. I wanted to show off some books that I got this week. Talk about the comic crawl that I did with Stay Puff yesterday and not Hialeah, that Orlando crew. Who is it? Steve Whiting. Yeah, there's several guys there. Cantonese Comic Kid. Nice group of guys. We went around to some shops. I picked up some books. Yeah, it was fun. It's kind of fun hanging with other fellow comic book aficionados and comic book YouTubers. Yeah, we've got a couple people here in the chat. We had Ancient Mariner. Yes, a live CBSI. It's definitely different. I don't know if I've done a live one before. And yes, I am competing with Aaron Rodgers. Glad to see he's back playing football, I guess. I don't know. My Tampa Bay Bucks got beat, I guess, today. So what are we gonna do? They got so many injuries. So yeah, what are you gonna do? You got Gronk out. You got a bunch of people out that are kind of critical to them doing well. You can't just rely on Brady. So yeah, the Raiders I think are playing tonight, right? Are they on right now? I think they're playing soon. Anyways, I think they're playing this evening. All right. Hey, there's GTK Comic from the Canadian North. Good to see you, buddy. We're going to be talking about the Hot 10 list. I actually have 3 or 4 of the books that are on the list this week, surprisingly enough. That's usually not the case. And one of them I just grabbed yesterday. I just came upon it completely by luck. If my audio is not working, let me know. I am upstairs closer to the Wi-Fi, so I don't think I'm going to have any streaming issues, any delays or anything like that. Usually when I'm outside is when I have problems. But I think lately I've bbeen pretty lucky up here. I haven't had any problems with the audio or the streaming. So if there is, let me know. All right. So let's jump into the list here. We'll start off with the honorable mentions first. Let me go down to that list here. Um, there we go. All right. Modern Love #6. And this is an Al Feldstein cover. Feldstein, however you pronounce that. A 9.2 sold this week for $9,000, which is 3.5 times what it sold for just 2 years ago. If only they had known that 50 years later there would be a little movie with Tom Hanks that had a similar premise as this cover. I don't know. What was it? Sleepless in Seattle? Was that the premise of it? I don't know. I have to zoom in more. What is on the cover there? I can't really read the. Probably Castaway, right? In this issue, when my husband was reported killed in a plane crash, in my desperation and loneliness, I turned to Greg Macy. The romance that rapidly grew out of our relationship was abruptly interrupted when I discovered my husband was alive. What was I to do? So there you go. Yeah, that sounds like the premise of Castaway, which I like that movie. Tom Hanks is definitely a method actor. I think he lost a bunch of weight to do that movie. I mean, he had to look like he hadn't eaten much of a meal in a long time, being on a deserted island. It's a pretty good movie. I liked it. Of course, the scene stealer is when he loses Wilson. everyone everyone remembers that scene. So yeah, it's cool. It's a cool book. I don't collect this genre of comic book, but I know that there's a lot of people that like these older books. I'm sure they're harder and harder to find, especially in very high grade. And 9.2 is definitely a very, very high grade book for that era. What is that? A 10-cent book. So yeah, that's probably what, 1940s. Pretty old book. Finding that in a 9.2 would be a challenge, I would imagine. But yeah, I mean, I'd rather spend $9,000 on a lot of other books besides that one. But hey, to each his own. Everyone has their collecting niche that they like to collect. The next honorable mention is Marvel Zombies #1. That book came out, what was that, 2014, 2015. I do have some of those copies. I don't have that first print. I do have the second print, which is a McFarlane homage. I do have that in my collection. And I've got some of the Arthur Sudham covers. That's who did that cover, by the way. Arthur Sudham. It's a Robert Kirkman written book. Kirkman knows zombies. It's a pretty good story. The Fantastic Four is really the first appearance, though, of Marvel Zombies. Ultimate Fantastic Four. I think it's issues 21 through 23. I do have a couple sets of those. I think 2 sets in high grade. So technically, the book that should be exploding in value is the first appearance, which is probably Ultimate Fantastic Four number. I think it's 21 might be. The problem is that book is not exploding in value. I go on. Or is it 22? I think 22 might be the first full appearance. Yeah, it's excuse me. Yeah, it's 22. So 22 is the first full appearance of the Marvel Zombies. I think 21, the Reed Richards in the Ultimate Universe is speaking to the Reed Richards of the Marvel Zombie universe in that issue, but yeah, it's basically just him speaking to him. 22 is definitely the first full appearance of the Marvel Zombies. And You would think that the book would be worth certainly more than the first issue of Marvel Zombies, since this is the first appearance. $50 book right now, looks like. There's a buy it now for 50 plus shipping. Um, another one for 40. I mean, that this book should definitely be worth way more than Marvel Zombies #1. But it's not. I don't know. Maybe the market will adjust to that eventually. I don't know. Yeah, there is. There we go. So issue 21, the 1 in 10, you can see that Reed Richards, the young Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe, is speaking to the older Reed Richards, who ends up being a zombie. So, boy, there's some people that have a 9.8. Someone's asking $800. I don't remember if that. I think my copies are pretty minty, but I do remember the paper being problematic for those Ultimate comic books most of the time. Not the easiest to get a 9.8, I think, in those copies. Um, but yeah, that's a good run if you can find a deal. Sometimes you can find them at comic book shops for not too much money, maybe $5 or $10 a piece, something like that. That's definitely a good pickup if you can find it at a comic book shop. It's just not something that people think about a lot as the first appearance. But yeah, there's Puff. Good to see you, buddy. He's getting ready to take a nap to get ready for work. All right, man. Have a good work, my friend. I'm kind of battling a cold right now, so sorry my voice sounds a little nasally. So there you go, Marvel Zombies #1, the first print, $150 book right now, and potentially this will be coming to Disney Plus. I think it's going to be animated, kind of like the What If, that kind of animation. I think it would be just too involving to do live action. So my bet is it's going to be animated, but that's what I would expect. Number 10 on the list is Fantastic Four, number 94. Stanley's story, classically drawn by Jack Kirby. Awesome looking cover. I love the colors on this cover. Really, really cool looking cover. I don't know why I never picked this up back in the day. I mean, for the longest time, this was not a very expensive book. It was not considered a major key, and by any means, I still don't think it's considered a major key. It's a minor key. It's the first appearance of Agatha, who ends up becoming the villain in the WandaVision TV series, and the rumor, I guess, well, it's confirmed now that she will have her own show coming eventually to Disney Plus. So that is definitely a Silver Age key. 9.0 just sold for $1,100. Absolutely obliterated the all-time previous high. So that book is on fire right now. Yeah, that might be a book you'll find in a Fantastic Four run. If you go to a comic book shop that has a pretty good collection of older Fantastic Four books. Obviously, the major keys 48, 49, 52. A lot of those are not 52. Is it 52? Black Panther? I can't remember. But a lot of those keys from Fantastic Four will be pulled out. Sometimes this one will be in a run, though. So um, keep your eye out for that one. That might be one that you could grab. Getting a 9.0 might be difficult, though. It's kind of a dark cover. Yeah, that would be a tough one to get a high grade for sure. Number 9 is Naomi #1. I do have this book in my collection. That is the regular A cover. There is a second print on that book as well, which I have that as well. I think the second print has like a red background, maybe instead of the white. 9/8 are back up to $200. There is definitely a show being planned. So the DC spec, this kind of goes back and forth. This book was hot maybe 6 months ago when there was an announcement. Then it cooled down. It's hot again, so it's kind of up and down. DC Specs tends to be that way lately anyways, but that's one that, yeah, I mean, I don't think you're going to get a great price on that. Even the raw copies are $75 to $100 range. 9/8, I don't think a 9/8 in that was particularly difficult to get. So that's one that, yeah, I think that could go a little higher. Once that show trailer gets released, I think you could see 9/8 up in that 400 to 500 range easily. So there's definitely some room there to make money. Number 8 is Street Fighter Sci-Fi Fantasy Special number 1. This is the Gurrit Singh variant. I think I pronounced that right. Only 400 of those made. It's a cool cover. I mean, who doesn't like two hot chicks on the beach playing volleyball in bikinis? Of course. I think everyone's okay with that. $80 book right now. I think that was like a $30 or $40 exclusive. I can't remember the site that had that. I did buy the Street Fighter Delato set. I don't have that in hand yet, but I should get that in the next few weeks. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are into Street Fighter that are into the video game, and that's translating over to the comic books fairly well, especially if you've got a cool cover, limited print run. Ben's comments here. You can hear Kenny Loggins. Is that his name, Loggins? Yep, I think that's right. Into the Danger Zone. I think that was the song from Top Gun, right? Yeah. Number 7, Thing number 1, the Lee Bermejo variant. It's definitely a cool looking cover. I did pick up one yesterday on my comic crawl. Just real quick, I'll show you guys. So I did pick that up for cover price at one of the shops. They had a bunch. I mean, I probably could have bought 2 or 3 of them. I just wanted one. Just one copy is good for me. I think it's like on eBay, it's like a $10 to $15 book right now. CBSI saying it's a $15 to $20 book. Yeah, about that. It's a cool cover. I mean, Bermejo is a great artist. He's one of my favorite. A lot of awesome detail in that cover. The rocks on the thing. Yeah, it's just pretty cool. Holding Dr. Doom's mask. Yeah, I like it. It's an awesome cover. He did a great job on that one. So that's probably one of your hot covers for the week for sure. This past week that came out. So it might still be at your LCS. If you don't have it, I would try to grab one. I don't think there's anything key in it. Just a really cool cover, and hot covers are always going to be sort of in demand. All right, let me get my screen back up here. All right, there we go. So Thing number 1, the Bermejo B cover. Believe that is a B cover. That might be a good one to look for at your LCS. Number 6 on the list is Moon Knight number 3, the Walmart variant. I guess I'm going to have to go by my Walmart, see if they have this. $25 to $30 book right now. I think that's about the same price as the first print, which is a little crazy. I don't know. Does it deserve to be at the same price range as the first print? Probably not. Ben says, take a first appearance and make a cover color change and put it in the largest retailer in the world for rarity. Cough, cough. And you have a book that people want. High grade may be tough chore on this one. Do they really need to shrink wrap them that tight? Yeah, I agree with that. You're probably not going to get a 9/8, or at least you shouldn't be able to get a 9/8 out of a Walmart 3-pack. But that's one to look for, especially for flipping opportunity. I don't think that cover is any better than the first print. I think the first print's better. And I'd rather have the first print for a first appearance anyways. Long term, that's the way to go. Again, this is the first appearance of Hunter's Moon, a protagonist for Moon Knight. Yeah, it looks pretty good. But Walmart, Good luck. My Walmarts near me don't usually have comic books, or not very many. And if they did, they'll definitely be beat up. Florida, I don't know. Florida Walmarts just tend to be that way. I've not had a lot of luck. Um, Once in a while, I think, yeah, it was a year ago. I picked up that Star Wars High Republic Walmart exclusive. I picked up a couple of those for whatever it was, 7, $8, and I sold them for like 25 on eBay. So I did pretty well on those. I flipped those pretty good. But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, Walmart, that's just a flipping opportunity. That's all it would be. I would, if you get it at Walmart for $5, $10, try to sell it for 20 on eBay. That's pretty much what I would do. Number 5 is Deadpool Black, White, and Blood. Number 4. This is the Dan Panosian. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Panosian 1 in 25 variant. Ben says it started out slow this week around ratio, but has picked up. It is now selling for $50 to $60. There are only a couple listed for sale, so expect the price to possibly go higher. So, of course, he wrote this on Friday, and sure enough, this book has exploded in value. And by the way, my last stop on the comic crawl was the Coliseum of Comics in New Tampa. I was on my way home. I didn't go to Maitland, Florida. I guess the last comic book shop they went to was pretty cool. I kind of wished I'd gone to it, but then I'm like, yeah, but then I wouldn't have got this book. So it all worked out. So real quick, I picked up that issue, Deadpool number 4. This is the 1 in 25. I got it at the LCS Coliseum of Comics in New Tampa. They had it for $20. So with taxes, I don't know, I paid maybe $22 for it. Got it under ratio basically, and pretty happy with that. If you go on eBay right now, yeah, I think the price is, and I haven't checked it today yet, but let's take a look. Let's take a gander here and see. See if that book is moving. I think there was a couple auctions. Ooh, there's a buy it now for $225. Jeez Louise, $225. Holy crap. There's another one for $225. These are new listings, by the way. There's a buy it now for $100. Hey, that sounds like a deal compared to $225. There's an auction with 2 days left currently at $77. Here's one with 1 day left at $145. Another one 4 days left at $77. So there's several auctions, but that's it. What do you got? 6 listings maybe? Yeah, I mean that seems like that could be at least it looks like $100 book right now. You can get one for $100. Now it's a first appearance of I guess a new Spider-Verse character, Sakura Spider. First appearance. That always helps. Issue 4, 1 in 25. So, probably not every shop is going to order 25 A and B covers. I think that had an A and B cover for Deadpool Black, White, and Blood. Yeah, I'm gonna think that out of 5 comic book shops, maybe 2 or 3 out of the 5 would order 25 copies. So it's probably not super rare. But it is issue 4. A lot of times you'll see most comic book shops will order heavy on the first 2 issues. By the 3rd and 4th issue, they definitely drop the order volume. Just because there's a lot of people that will buy the first issue or 2 of a series and then they stop. But hey, that's a hot book right now. So I'm pretty happy I picked it up for $20. I'm definitely happy about that. We'll have to see what happens. There's Manny the Comic Collector. Good to see you, buddy. Yes, thank you, sir. Yeah, so I'm glad I made that last stop on my way home and just got lucky. I mean, that was the best buy of the day. All the comic book shops we went to, and I go by my local one, and I end up getting the best deal of the day. It's pretty funny. That's how it goes. Oh, by the way, that's the A cover um, by Ryan Brown, which is really really cool. I like that cover a lot. So I grabbed that at one of the shops we were at over in Orlando, but yeah, I got lucky getting that for sure. All right, let's go back to the list. Let me. All right. So we covered number 5, Deadpool, Black, White, and Blood. Number 4, the 1 in 25 variant. Number 4 is Marvel Premiere number 10. It says here Shuma Gorath appears on the Doctor Strange puzzle. So people are speculating that the giant eye will be in Doctor Strange 2. Ben says I've seen worse speculation recently. 8 fives are at $750 and 7 fives are approaching $500. Yeah, it's a cool cover. I like the cover. I do have a couple of those early Marvel Premiere. I think I have issue 7 and I think I have issue 12. So, yeah, I think number 7 was a first appearance of somebody. I've got a couple of them, but I don't have that issue 10, unfortunately. But oh well, you can't have them all. But they're definitely cool covers. Those Marvel Premiere issues featuring Doctor Strange are pretty cool. So you may want to make note of that. Maybe you can find it at a LCS in a back issue bin, or maybe it's on a wall and they don't know that book is hot right now. You know, a lot of shops aren't always on top of these top 10 lists. So keep your eye out for that one. Manny says, I do regret leaving that DP 1 in 25 behind. My way of living life is no regrets. No regret. What was that? No regrets? What was that movie? Something Miller's Vacation with the Millers or something like that. That one stupid kid. I don't know. All right, I can tell my stream is lagging right now. Let me check my Wi-Fi. I think I'm. All right. Hopefully, I'm not lagging. I don't know. I had to refresh my browser. I think I was stuck there for a second. So hopefully, you guys are hearing me without any lag. Sorry about that. All right, let me get that screen back on here. All right. Okay. Man, I don't know what the hell's happening with my Wi-Fi. You know, can we finally get good Wi-Fi somewhere? I live in Florida. We have the worst freaking Wi-Fi. We only have 2 companies that provide Wi-Fi service here, and I hear complaints all the time about both of them. So it's freaking frustrating. So frustrating. Sorry, guys. It's a little aggravating. So hopefully this will come through. That's why I like to record these videos. You know, if I record, I don't have lagging issues. StreamYard, I don't know if it's StreamYard or my Wi-Fi. I don't know. But it seems to be very laggy and delayed. I'm going to switch over to. Oh boy, this could be worse. All right. Hopefully this is a little better. It still seems like I'm lagging. God. Ah, this sucks. That's why I like to record videos. I don't. These live streams are such a freaking pain in the butt. I don't know. It's either my Wi-Fi or it's always something. I'm gonna switch back to the. All right. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's StreamYard because everything else is working fine. I don't have any problems switching screens. Seems to be StreamYard. I don't know. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Number 3 on the list is Strange Academy. Number 13, the Art Adams variant. I'm not a big fan of Art Adams' art, but he does have a following. This book's $35 right now. Um, yeah, that magic character seems to be a hot character. There's some really cool magic covers out there, though. Ji Hung Lee's done some really cool ones that I like a lot better than this one. But yeah, that seems to be hot at the moment for Art Adams collectors. All right, next on the list is number 2, Strange Tales, number 179. This is a first appearance of Pip the Troll, I believe. And apparently he shows up in some end credits, I think for Eternals, is what I'm understanding. Oh, this thing is unbelievable. All right, here we go. So I do have that book in the collection. Yeah, this thing's lagging like crazy. God. Infamous is going to give me shit about this video, about this live stream. So my copy is pretty damn high grade. No spine ticks. It's probably a 9.2 or better. I think it's a 9.2, maybe 9.4. I don't know. It looks like a 9.4. It's pretty nice. I mean, even if it was pressed, I don't think it wouldn't make much difference. I don't know. It looks like a 9.2 to 9.4 if I had to be conservative on the guess on the grade. But that book is hot right now. I can't stand the lag on this. This is driving me freaking crazy. Makes me just want to stop the stream, not even finish it. I don't know what's going on. What is going on here? I'm going to look up Strange Tales. Number 179. Everything's lagging right now. Unbelievable. That sucks. Oh, well. Sorry, guys. This has been a terrible broadcast. My Wi-Fi is absolute shit right now, or I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end up deleting this and just recording a video later because I don't like the lag. I'm gonna review it and see how bad it is. But if it's really laggy, I'm just gonna delete it and probably just re-record it as a video tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see. Number 1 on the list is Avengers number 62. This is the first appearance of M'Baku, I think his name is. He's he was sort of the villain. Yeah, he's not a villain, but he was sort of the guy that was against Black Panther in the first movie. They're talking about making him the Black Panther instead of Shuri. I don't know. Who knows what's going on with Black Panther? I have no clue. But just the whisper of that is causing that book to go crazy. Very hard to find a high grade. I looked on eBay. Man, most of the copies on eBay are low grade. I think the highest I saw was maybe a 5.5 maybe. I don't know. It's very tough to get that book in high grade from what I can tell. So I can believe the prices are really high if you're like 7 or 8 or higher. I can imagine right now that the price on that book is probably pretty high because all the ones on eBay that I looked at were really, really bad. A lot of spine ticks, chunks missing, yeah, just beat the hell up. That book was, I don't know. That's a tough book to find a high grade. I don't know why. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm very disappointed with this live stream. My connection is absolute shit. There's other books I wanted to show here, but I'm not going to show them because it's lagging too much. And I think I'm just going to re-record this and post it to my YouTube channel. So, yeah, I'm going to review this live stream. If it's as laggy as I think it is, it's probably going to be deleted. So I apologize. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it nonetheless. You guys, thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. I will be doing another comic book video on Wednesday, highlighting New Comic Book Day. And then perhaps on Thursday, if my live stream isn't interrupted by lagginess, I will try to do another live stream. All right, guys, I hope you have a great end of your week and a great start to next week. I'll see you soon.